The TV1 News is proudly brought to you by
Hello and thanks for joining us. This is TV1 News. In this edition, 91 more join legal fraternity as lawyers. Eastern Highlands waste no time with nominating. And Vipers youngster settles in UK. Today marks the 83rd anniversary of the New Guinea campaign during World War II in the Pacific, which was commemorated at the Bomana War Cemetery at 5 a.m. today. The New Guinea campaign was fought between January 1942 and August 1945 to evict the Japanese from PNG.
Hundreds gathered to remember those war heroes and all who shed blood and lost their lives in all wars, especially the Australian and New Zealand Army Corps or Anzac, and locals who fought both the enemy and the rugged terrains and coastal swamps of Papua New Guinea. Among them were the Australian Defence Force Chief of Joint Operations Vice Admiral Justin Jones, the Chief of Papua New Guinea Defence Force, Commodore Philip Polewara, the Governor-General, Grand Chief Sir Bob Dadai, and other executives. In acknowledging the shared history and relationship between PNG and Australia, Admiral Jones expressed deep gratitude to Papua New Guineans who stood hand in hand to assist Australian soldiers during the war. Their unwavering commitment paved way for the strong relationship Australia now has with PNG.
New Guinea and Australia share a long history together and a long relationship from the early years following Australian Federation and obviously through the Second World War and then into the Australian sponsorship of Papua New Guinea's independence in 1975. So it's a long shared history.
He also highlighted the significance of the New Guinea and Kokoda campaign as a critical part of the Pacific War in World War II, where Australian and Papuan troops defended against the Japanese. These campaigns formed part of Anzac commemoration, where many died at that time.
It was an important campaign in Australia's military history. It was the first and only time that Australia has been directly threatened by invasion. So it's very much a part of what we now consider to be the Anzac Day commemorations and the Anzac spirit.
Chief of Defence Polewara said Papua New Guinea will turn 50 years this year, and the commemoration of Anzac Day signifies the shared history PNG shares with Australia and other countries that fought during the war.
Mindful of how much we can do, and I think the first 2 weeks of the celebration is dedicated to defense.
Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
In Alotau, Anzac Day was marked with a somber but meaningful dawn service. It was brief but a powerful reminder of those who served and sacrificed their lives that we may have our freedom.
As the first light rose over Alotau Bay, a small crowd gathered at the Alotau Town Memorial to honor Anzac Day, a solemn occasion observed each year on April 25th. A small contingent from the Australian Defence Force program and Australian High Commission attended the ceremony. Among them were Lieutenant Colonel Aaron Kinglyside, Squadron Leader Rod Grisler, Thomas Underwood from Australia's Department of Foreign Affairs and Trade, and Amelia Murant.
Fighting for the Commonwealth. It was not a successful campaign for the Allies, but what came from the immeasurable hardship and sacrifice forged the character and the values of our two nations. Courage, mateship, perseverance, and sacrifice. This is what we're here today.
This year marks 83 years since the Battle of Milne Bay, a battle etched into history for its historic importance and the bravery of the Milne force, including local guides and a nurse who supported the Allied troops. Local leaders, including Milne Bay Provincial Administrator Dr. Igor Gary, Alotau Town Mayor Jita Elliott, and retired Navy Lieutenant Commander Stephen Tobisa from the Milne Bay Ex-Services Association also laid handmade wreaths at the momentum. Alotau police officers formed a cataflog party while a small but respectful crowd stood by to witness the commemorative service. A point mourning in Alotau, brief, reflective, and a reminder of shared history, lest we forget. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The passing of Pope Francis has drawn heartfelt condolences from around the world, including Papua New Guinea. Among those paying tribute is the member for Kariko Peter Isoaimo, who shared his message of sympathy from his Barena district office. Speaking on behalf of the Catholic community in his electorate, he reflected on the Pope's legacy and expressed hope for the future of the Church.
On behalf of all the Catholic faithfuls and followers in the electorate, I would like to convey my deepest condolences to the clergy in Vatican City who now mourn the passing of the Holy Father figure, Pope Francis.
The Moresby South District Hospital will undergo construction of a new internal fit-out at 5 million kina to meet the requirement of the National Department of Health. The district hospital was constructed at the cost of 12 million kina with an additional 3 million kina internal fit-out, but it did not meet NDOH standards. After NDOH assessed the facility last year, it requested for a completely new internal fit-out. Moresby South MP and Foreign Affairs Minister Justin Kachenko hopes to have the hospital officially opened on Independence Day this year. He said the hospital's design and construction has been ongoing for 5 years because of landowner issues. About 91 lawyers were admitted to the National and Supreme Court Bar today after completing 9 months of training at the Legal Training Institute in Port Moresby. This lawyer graduated from the School of Law in 2024.
After completing 4 years of study at the University of Papua New Guinea under the School of Law in 2024, 91 aspiring lawyers underwent additional training at the Legal Training Institute. They were trained on how to become a lawyer in the courtroom and outside the courtroom. These lawyers have successfully completed their training and were admitted to the bar by the National and Supreme Court judges. They have sworn an oath to serve the people of Papua New Guinea as lawyers of the National and Supreme Courts. Chief Justice Segip Salika told the lawyers that the oath they have sworn must be upheld in their daily practice as legal practitioners and that the rule of law must be implemented.
You are making a solemn promise on the Bible to continue to remain as fit and proper persons.
Salika said legal practice is a noble profession and must be protected with integrity, dignity and pride with ethical standards. He further urged the lawyers to use this profession to be agent of change in the law and justice sector.
Profession is not a profession to come and enjoy yourself around the profession. You are here for a serious business. You are now leaders in your own right as lawyers to make a change in our society.
To aspiring lawyers, Tess Tavaperi and Alex Makwami, who were among the 91 that were admitted, are determined to serve the National and Supreme Court of Justice.
To be able to be part of this noble profession, and very grateful for all the support that my family and friends have given me, especially my parents and my close family. And I look forward to pursuing a career where not only do I love what I do, but also I can be able to help other people in my community.
One of the achievements in my life, which is very, very highest achievement that I achieved. I was working hard to, sometimes sleepless night, where I've been not eating well. But they say, you want to get in there, get at top, you must have to commit yourself.
Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
This is TV1 News. After the break, Eastern Highlands nominations underway and father-daughter duo graduate.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo in milk taste and added nutrients, Milo in milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Open Lens.
Right across the nation, we eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
Welcome back. A significant development from Goroka's nomination for the local level government elections officially opened across the country at 4 p.m. on Thursday, April the 24th, 2025. First to nominate for Ward 4 of Goroka Urban LLG was current sitting councillor and Deputy Lord Mayor Elwin Ben.
In the Eastern Highlands Province, the election office wasted no time. A refresher training workshop was held at the new Channel Inn in Goroka for presiding officers and assistant presiding officers from all 8 districts. They were joined by their respective district administrators to prepare for the smooth running of the LLG elections. Eastern Highlands Provincial Election Manager Stephen Kaupa confirmed that all districts were represented during the 2-day training. With nomination open, the first to nominate was current sitting councillor and Deputy Lord Mayor Edwin Ben for Ward 4 of Goroka Urban LLG, followed by Sasa Kokon for Ward 8 of Gahuku Rural LLG and Paimul Komeo for Ward 3 of Mimi Molo LLG. Intending council candidates for Goroka Urban, Gahuku Rural and Minimalo LLGs were told to lodge their nomination at the Goroka DDA office in North Goroka. Nomination will close at 4 p.m. Thursday, May 1st, 2025. To support the elections, the provincial government allocated 500,000 kina. Kaupa urged all 8 MPs in the province to contribute to the process, calling it a vital election for the people. He acknowledged Lufa MP and Minister for Environment, Conservation and Climate Change, Simo Kilepa, for supporting the LLG elections in his district with 150,000 kina through the Lufa District Development Authority. As the nomination period continues, more intending candidates are expected to come forward. The focus now shifts to mobilizing support and ensuring transparency in the lead-up to polling day. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
Nominations are open for the local level government, by-election, and the Motu Koita Assembly seats. At 4 p.m. yesterday, Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government, Soroe Eoe, and the Electoral Commissioner, Simon Sinai, declared nominations opened after the official announcing of the issue of writs. Nominations close on Thursday, May the 1st, 2025. Intending candidates have 7 days to nominate.
Officially commences the election process for our citizens to exercise their democratic rights to contest in the election and to elect the members of local level government assembly. I will be now issuing writs for 374 LLGs and 6,916 wards, and also for Motu Koitabu Assembly seats. Nomination will open as of 4 p.m. this afternoon.
A waterfront setting in the form of an eatery is a new planned extension of the Koki Fish Market worth 15 million kina. It is an initiative of the Moresby South District Development Authority, who is jointly funding the project with the National Fisheries Authority. Moresby South MP Justin Kuchenko said the wheel has been set in motion with the completion of the new extension project, which will see the construction of a restaurant with 300 sitting capacity for people to enjoy fish and chips or a cold drink with a cool breeze overlooking Ella Beach. Kuchenko said the idea is to enable the public to come and buy fresh processed seafood. And now the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2453 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2378 US dollars, $0.3685 Australian dollars, $0.2009 euro, and 33.56 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, coffee, cocoa, crude oil, and copper closed higher, gold closed lower, and copra and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues when we return. Stay with us.
Hiya, Mama. You wait time, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Magic get up a big smile on face. Time for Kim chicken, a great kumutu. Sip, sip, the mumu, yes, magic on you.
Maggi, the taste P&G loves. These two are creeping into your personal space. Why don't we send them packing? Oh, or maybe not.
Bing bang bing, bam bam.
Motor. Pepsi motor. Tell them shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but mommy get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell them who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell them who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi motor. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi motor.
Boom! The One Talk jackpot is rolling over week on week. A life-changing 1 million kina. Get your tickets now. Draws every Friday at 7:30 p.m. Play now at 321lotto.com.pg or any of your 321 authorized retailer. 321. Win big every day.
It was during the Bougainville crisis that the Papua New Guinea Defense Force soldiers began to hear stories of a sword. Now, not just a sword, but the sword of Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto.
Japanese naval commander, Admiral Isoroku Yamamoto, mastermind of a dastardly sneak attack on Pearl Harbor.
Yamamoto's sword, we were also going for that sword.
Tales of it being hidden in the mountains or in the hands of the BRA intrigued the PNGDF.
Thanks for staying with us. Papua New Guinea's pioneer cinematographer and the last colonial-trained cameraman in the country speaks up about the evolution of media in the country as PNG chases down its 50th independence anniversary.
Pioneer cinematographer, the legendary Rabura Aiga, who hails from Vabukori village in Moresby South electorate of Port Moresby, is known in the media industry as one of the first professional cinematographers and the last colonial-trained cameraman in the country. His career began in 1974 with the Australian Broadcasting Corporation, when he moved into the Department of Information and Extension Services as an assistant cameraman, and later promoted to chief cameraman in 1975. Later in 1986, he became a sales consultant at Shin Hatesmin & Sons, then as chief cameraman and producer-director at NTN Television in 1987. He also started his own film production company with Frank Mills and Associate in 1989. He holds these experiences close to him and now shares how the media has evolved as PNG prepares to welcome the 50th anniversary sunrise this September.
It's just right place, right time. You know,
I applied when they advertised and they called me. I didn't know what I was going into because it's a new new area, new chapter. But thank God that it was probably divine intervention. That I went and became a cameraman.
Mr. Iga recalled many highlights in his media career, notably his participation and experience with Hollywood when it came to PNG through the production of Robinson Crusoe, Yumiat, Fourth Child, Marape and Papua Besena Demonstration are among many other productions he was proud to have been part of. One he recalls clearly is the raising of PNG flag in 1975 in Milne Bay provincial capital Alotau, which he was assigned to capture.
The feeling was a mixed feeling. People were excited and at the same time unsure of what's going to happen after independence. Australian government left. Were we ready or not? That's a question of people's mind. I think most people were ready, but in the provinces, I think we had a lot of work to do to improve infrastructure and a lot of things. For me, I think we went a bit early for us. We're not ready for it. Australian government didn't really prepare us enough before handing over. A lot of things like after their independence, those of us who went to school before independence, we saw that infrastructure like schools, one of them just fell apart.
Through his lenses, Mr. Iga believes PNG was not ready enough for self-governance, says why. One of the things that stand out for Mr. Iga is the difference in level of education then and today. He strongly believes in the power of proper training and mentorship to increase work quality anywhere and everywhere. Rex Lita, TV1 News.
Mr. Iga is encouraging more youths to consider a career in the media and explore the film industry. He said it would take a lot of training and mentoring to up PNG's standard in this space in order to create movies, soap operas and documentaries.
Use now, and everyone can get a camera and do some photographs and still be more usable. But we need specialists to train so we can produce qualities of. I see the standard has dropped. There's a lot of things that I see on TV that needs proper, direction, proper composition, and so forth. So those are basic things that we should already know, but we need to improve on those areas. Otherwise, it's a television these days.
To news in the region. Many gathered in Canberra this morning to attend formal ceremonies at the Australian War Memorial as part of its Anzac Day commemorations.
It was the first time that the new parade ground here at the Australian War Memorial behind me here has been used for an Anzac Day. It meant that they could have more people attend, and attend they did. Thousands turned out for the National Commemorative Service with a march past from veterans and serving members as well as family and relatives. And then earlier in the day at the dawn service, tens of thousands packed in, including Prime Minister Anthony Albanese for a solemn and a quiet dawn service. We spoke to some of the families and veterans who attended. Take a listen.
It means a lot. It means a lot because everyone who served in there was really good, and it helped us treat the way we are. So I have these medals from my pa, who was my dad's dad. He served in the Korean War. And I have my own medal from last year.
And tell me, so why do you have a medal?
Because we had it because we're in the defence.
Really important to recognise that this is the 110th anniversary of the landings at Gallipoli. Over 102,000 names are on the wall of the Roll of Honour at the Australian War Memorial. We march to pay our respects to them, those that serve with us.
I served from 1966 to 7. 12 months. Most of the team done 12 months tour. We were the first in and the last out.
Harry, there was also a service for Indigenous veterans.
Yeah, shortly after the dawn service, a small ceremony, the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander commemorative ceremony, was held in the sculpture garden just next to the Australian War Memorial. That didn't have quite as big a turnout as some of those larger national events, but Indigenous veterans say it was just as important, reflecting on the sacrifices made by Indigenous service people who had served overseas, even though they were facing discrimination back home, Jeremy.
The U.S. State Department is eliminating the Office of Global Change, which oversees international climate change negotiations for the United States. Staff were told about the move verbally Thursday afternoon. According to 3 people who were granted anonymity, they speak about the decision to avoid reprisal. The news thrust the office into chaos and raised questions among staff about when the office would be permanently shuttered. A State Department spokesperson confirmed that the office is being eliminated to comply with President Donald Trump's directives to cease participation in international agreements. The department said Tuesday that it had eliminated the office of the Special Presidential Envoy for Climate, which worked alongside the Office of Global Change, particularly at annual talks focused on meeting the goals of the Paris Agreement. The fate of our green waste once it's picked up from the curbside is a mystery to many Victorians. But for some people in Geelong, it's ending up back on their plates in a roundabout way, used as compost to grow food for those in need.
Dia Mamadi shops at this social supermarket in Geelong monthly, swapping food vouchers in exchange for groceries.
We save money for electric bills and gas and home and kids.
Not just a bargain, it's also saving the environment. Some of the produce here is grown using green waste. About 750,000 tonnes of organic material from green bins is picked up yearly from 57 of Victoria's 79 councils. The City of Greater Geelong is setting an example, converting green waste into compost locally.
The waste that we're creating, rather than going into landfill, is actually creating nutrients, going into food supply and going back to the residents that we have that are most in need in Geelong.
First, it's hand-picked to extract contaminants. It's then ground down before a machine helps to turn and irrigate the material. Then into a pile for maturation before it's broken down and bagged.
Landfill space is really expensive. We also don't want to send organic matter to landfill because it generates methane.
About 2,000 tonnes is provided to the Geelong Botanic Gardens.
Those garden beds that have it in it have performed a lot better than the ones that don't.
About 4 crates of produce is donated to Geelong Food Share every fortnight. Geelong is one of 8 Victorian councils granted funding by Sustainability Victoria to increase the use of compost made from green waste within the community, with hopes to expand the initiative to other local government areas to feed those in need.
The more we can invest in turning those resources back into new products like composts and like mulch, the better value we get out of those.
A circular economy turning trash into treasure.
The coalition is promising a 2-year trial, allowing international airlines to carry domestic passengers between Darwin and the East Coast. They say the proposal will reap rewards for local flyers and international trade. However, questions have been raised over the feasibility of the plan and which airlines would be willing to take part.
With few domestic flight options, the federal opposition wants to open the market to overseas players.
We know when you increase competition in the aviation sector, prices go down.
The Coalition's latest election promise for the Territory will allow foreign airlines to fly between Darwin and the eastern capital cities. They say the 2-year trial will drive down prices and result in better service for Darwinians.
No more red-eye flights if you don't want to take them. We're actually going to be able to travel at hours that will suit us.
for business and for families.
Several airlines have scrapped routes to Darwin in recent years, leaving Territorians stranded. Historically, the route to Brisbane has been the most popular in and out of Darwin. But in the year to February, more flights went from Brisbane to Cairns, Gladstone, Emerald and Moresby than went to Darwin. But while Territorians might be keen to jump on board with the proposal, some critics say it's unlikely that international airlines would jump at the offer.
There's just not enough people in Darwin to supply a market to meet the price expectations. Now, if somebody wants to reduce the prices, the biggest cost driver is the cost of Darwin Airport and what it costs Qantas and Virgin and anyone else that uses the airport.
The nation's peak body for freight transport welcomes the news, but says the trial's success depends on the fine print.
Obviously, the devil's in the detail. How often the flights are they narrow body or are they wide body? So what sort of cargo can the planes take?
With the election just 10 days away, the question is, will this idea fly?
A father-daughter duo from Turubu LLG in East Sepik Province proudly walked to the stage to receive their respective certificates in irrigated rice farming on Thursday at Erap in Moresby Province. Linus Suwon and his eldest of 5 children, Michelle Suwon, paid for their own trainings, including their trip from Wewak to Lae, to make sure they were available for the Trukai Smart Farmer graduation.
160 rice farmers graduated on Thursday, April 24th, under the Trukai Smart Farmer program at Erap, Moresby Province. These farmers from the regions of Momase and Highlands have completed 20 weeks of irrigated rice farming training. 2 weeks were spent at the PNG University of Technology campus in Lae, while another 18 weeks were on their respective farms. Among the graduates were Linus Suwon and his eldest daughter, Michelle, from East Sepik Province. The family from Mandi village started rice farming in 2018 to support themselves in the Turubu LLG of Wewak district. There are limited employment opportunities in Wewak, a scenario that resonates with the rest of the country. Despite being located in the capital of East Sepik, Ward 1 of Turubu LLG has no electricity, no proper running water, and an education and health system that leaves much to be desired for. What they have in abundance, though, is land, and that is what the Suwon family has been doing for decades, toiling their land. The opportunity to get further training and possibly venture into commercial farming popped up in the form of an advertisement in the paper. Linus, who is in his 60s, said the ad about the Trukai Smart Farmer program prompted him to fill in a registration form, and he encouraged his daughter to do the same. Their applications were accepted, and they started their irrigated rice farming training in 2023.
Meeting process of 3 long registration. Masih belum come to that. Registration 220K. She belum come there to training, and personally one plus 600K now. Boat fee, transport, bus can come can very expensive.
Just like his father before him, Linus is always looking for options to take care of his family, and the fact that his daughter shares his passion in agriculture means the family has a greater chance to be self-sustaining.
I'm growing rice inside waterland. The area is swampland, but you must plant it.
Under the Smart Farmer program, farmers are required to build a 7x7 plot as part of their knowledge transfer back home. The father-daughter duo harvested their rice on April 8th, milled it, cooked it with protein and sold as lunch packs to make money to attend their graduation on April 24th. Michelle said the irrigated rice farming technique has caught the attention of their community, and they have been kept busy, showing them how to plant their rice. The Suwon family now needs a tractor to plow their land as they aim to expand into commercial rice farming. Kamila Guare, TV1 News, Leh.
You're watching TV1 News. Next in sports, Vipers youngsters settle in UK and buy joins Lahanis.
Tell him shorty come get it in. Come grind on me, but met it in. Mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring that groove down. Pepsi with that fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi, Pepsi, you like him? Pepsi, you like him? Pepsi,
Help stop the spread of germs and protect your loved ones with Protex. Here are some simple hand washing tips. Use soap or liquid hand wash. Vigorously scrub hands in circular motion. Scrub in between fingers and nails. Do not forget the back of the palm and around the wrist. Rinse with clean running water. Dry hands with a clean paper towel or cloth. Protex. Clean hands, good health.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Meet the bank for everyone, everywhere. As People's Microbank, we were proud to be a bank for the people. Now as National Banking Corporation, we are bringing modern banking to all in Papua New Guinea. With more branches and our friendly staff ready to assist you in more places, we are making money matters simple and fair. So wherever you are, however you say it, say hello better banking. Learn more at nbcpng.com.pg.
Hey, Boro, I can't wait for my date tonight with Sivona.
You have everything you need.
Nice clothes, good hair.
What about this? Condoms are tested to be safe. Use condoms correctly every time with every partner. It's the best way to have fun and protect what you love.
Protect what you love.
Side, Fogarty, beautiful ball, that is wonderful, Hudson to Kerr, oh yeah, blue eye, kick again, kick through again, the Tigers are there, and he got there.
Two Martin's lying on the ground, so Bradley goes to town, Everard are kicking behind, Kennedy, brilliant new work, you can see that try coming from the moment they got the ball.
Welcome back. The PNG men's under-19 cricket team, Garamuts, suffered defeat at the hands of host nation Japan in the ICC T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific Division 1 qualifier yesterday. Japan held on to win the match by 106 runs in the first match of the Three Nations qualifier. The PNG Garamuts coach Kilapala said the team didn't get wickets from the quick bowlers, but the spin bowlers did well. He said it wasn't the start they were expecting. In their first 4 overs, they were already on the back foot, losing 2 openers, and from then on, it was a tough uphill battle for them. Pala said the team takes a day off today and then return to the pitch for their next match against Fiji. Danielle Baul is a prominent Papua New Guinean track and field athlete, excelling primarily as a sprinter. He has made significant contributions to his national team in various international competitions and represents as an inspiring figure in the athletics community of Papua New Guinea.
Daniel Bao currently at the National Sports Institute in Goroka, where he, along with other elite athletes, currently focusing on improving his speed, endurance and strength. The conducive training environment at the NSI is a crucial factor for Bao, as it allows him to maintain focus on his preparations for the coming competitions, particularly the Pacific Mini Games in Palau, where he aims to excel in both in the 400 flat and the 400-meter hurdles.
Coming up to Goroka, me feeling like staying here, it's much better back in POM, because POM is a travel here and there, and yeah, transport-wise, Nadisla, so I decided to come up to Goroka. But everything's been okay, training every day on the track, track is up aside, gym is on the side, so like I'm keeping me focused and prepared for the mini games coming up.
Paul is aiming high and looks to break his personal best of 47.2 seconds in the 400-meter and achieve his goal of setting a national record by running under 46 seconds. His competition landscape includes strong challengers, notably Ben Elial, who currently sets the benchmark in the 400-meter event.
Ben, especially Ben. So Ben's also like training right now is like, I know he's a very good 400-meter runner also, and yeah, he is also like I think I am also challenge to this, so I'm just looking forward. I know I think probably Australian or New Zealand are coming as well, and yeah, but I think my main focus for this one is just probably try the national record or something, or like do better than probably run a 46 or something, yeah. Wow.
Baul views the Pacific Mini Games as a crucial opportunity to measure his progress towards future major international competitions, including the 2026 Pacific Games in Tahiti. His determination to push his limits and seek quality competition will be pivotal towards his next goals.
Focusing on is the 400 hurdles and the 400 flat, yeah. Yeah, body's good. I'm fine. I'm good. Looking forward for it.
Baul expressed appreciation for the support he has received from the Athletics PNG and the National Sports Institute, acknowledging the importance of quality coaching and training facilities in motivating athletes to perform at their best. This support plays a fundamental role in their preparation and is crucial for maintaining a high level of performance. Terry Longboot, TV1 Sports.
Junior Bini Kayaka, the first Port Moresby Vipers Academy player sent abroad, has settled in well with the Hull Kingston Rovers in England. The promising rugby league talent has begun classes and is training with new teammates at the club's academy.
The Vice Chairman of Port Moresby Vipers, Tony Sipa, who facilitated Kayaka's move, said the Hull Kingston Rovers welcomed Kayaka with open arms. He was taken to school the next day. Sipa said the school designed special courses to help Kayaka catch up with the rest of the students. The Hull Academy players were also welcoming him when he laced his boots and joined the boys in training.
School making good something all months long. Or welcome him, or see me black on side, and all put him long of course long meet him all schoolmates long class long teacher long. So it's like one weekend go come to school or just making sure that I'm all right. So it was a nice trade, good person working like me was said and feeling something so not the place and feeling was important or kind of and all just all right. So it was good. In block of Monday, Tuesday in block of club or club of Lahanis, especially Jason, line administration, or Lahanis Junior. I will put him in block or start him. Same day at the medical plan, medical plan. Then we'll start put him on a team and start training on someone. So some Western time go straight and first day school, second day go to training straight away. So everything is okay. He's happy. Our club school so.
The Vipers Vice Chairman said he has connected Kayaka with PNG International based in UK, including PNG Kumuls legend Rhys Martin and Watson Bowers. Sipa says those connections are helping Junior feel at home. Kayaka is staying with former Kumuls and Hull Kingston Rovers legend John Okul, who will be mentoring him in his rugby league journey. Sipa said Okul can take Kayaka through extra training and diet to ensure Kayaka gets the best of this opportunity.
So I'm going to club, players will sign goal by Sabaton John. So accommodation I'm going to sign play ready, so he's just going to stay on picking up a now. And good luck zone too, as a member local, and one person by giving confidence to Mangi. And two is a legend of the club, Al Care. And so, and by making extra training or extra motivation role players.
Kayaka signed a 2-year development contract that includes both high-performance rugby and academic studies. He will stay at the club until the end of 2027. Sipa hailed the move as a breakthrough for rugby league in PNG. He said this is the ongoing partnership between the Vipers and Hull Kingston Rovers and revealed plans to send more players later this year, but admitted that the program requires substantial financial support and urges corporate entities for support. Sipa thanked the NCD Governor Powers Parkop, Hull Kingston Rovers, Vipers Academy staff, and the corporate sponsors who helped make the move possible. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
PNG Rugby League legend Marcus Bai is one of the 3 new board members announced for Bintango Goroka Lahanis franchise. The other 2 board members are Willie Pomat and Chapman Namaro.
The announcement of Lahanis having a new board in place was formally made during the Bintango Goroka Lahanis and Mandy Muruk's game in Goroka last weekend. The new board, Willie Pomat, is the director of PNG Institute of Medical Research. Chapman Namaro is the first secretary to the Minister for Dehurst and former PNG Kumuls winger and Melbourne Storm try-scoring machine, Marcus Bai, now with K92 Mine as Mining Community Affairs Manager. The new board is expected to make a lot of positive impact at the club, given that each of the 3 board members have been identified capable in this role. The new board members were with the club last weekend, presenting the players their round to game jerseys ahead of their game. The Lahanis also announced that the K92 Mining has joined hands with Bintango Trading in sponsoring of the franchise. The K92 Mining committed 150,000 kina in its first year and pledged to increase its sponsorship to 200,000 kina in the 2026 season. Others in the likes of Ford Sport and Istana Tradings also place sponsorship to the team. The owner of Bintango Trading Limited and long-standing sponsor for Goroka Lahanis, Simon Sia, thanked other sponsors who showed their support to the team. The provincial member for Eastern Highlands Province also thanked the new board members for their decision to join the franchise as they work towards delivering a successful season for the Goroka Lahanis team this year and onwards. Meanwhile, the Lahanis have lost their first game and drew the second match to Mandy Muruks. They take on the defending champions Hagen Eagles in round 3 of the Digital ExxonMobil Cup this Sunday at the National Sports Institute in Goroka for another home game. Rex Litter, TV1 Sports.
In one of his best performances, Adam Reynolds was the perfect puppeteer behind a Payne-Haas-inspired Brisbane forward pack that dismantled competition leaders. Canterbury with a 42-18 win at Suncorp Stadium on Thursday night.
Reynolds left the field in the 75th minute clutching his right shoulder, which he first injured when scoring a try in the first half.
I would get back to the club and see what they say, but I missed the play every game. A little sore. It sort of went dead on me that when I scored the try, and pins and needles, and then got it pretty bad that last one, but it's okay now, but I'll see the medical staff when we get back.
In pouring rain, the Broncos did a Bulldogs on the Bulldogs, pulverizing them in the middle with a stunning first-half display. It was hardly believable that a Bulldogs side that had not conceded a point in the previous 2 matches trailed 34-0 at half-time. At that stage, Brisbane had missed 3 tackles to their opponents' 24. The visitors were ill-disciplined and had 2 forwards, Josh Duran and Sitili Tuponua, sin-binned. Broncos half and captain Reynolds, playing his 295th game, wants to play on in 2026. After this performance, he will have no shortages of suitors. At halftime, he had scored a try and laid on 3, 2 of them with kicks for Dane Marina. He put rampaging second rower Xavier Willison in after 2 matches and never looked back. While visibly disappointed with the outcome, Bulldogs coach Cameron Cirelda said being humbled by the blowout 34-0 scoreline in the first half, he credited his boys for their resilience in the second half to score 18 points.
Yeah, we're certainly humbled in that first half. We've had a lot of praise over the first 6 or 7 weeks and probably rightly so at times, but the first half just wasn't good enough. Broncos, I've got to say, they were really good. Came here, a lot of desperation, so a lot of credit to them, but you just can't do the stuff we were doing to ourselves in the first half with errors, penalties, 7 tackle sets, and expect to be in a game against such a talented team.
Yeah, Silly was good, along with the guys up the front too. I mean, Silly did a great job, in the short sort of turnaround that we had, and I think he enjoys a bit of open space, the big fella, but I felt that our forwards really laid a good platform, and Ren and Hunty then set our plays the way we wanted. I thought Ren's kicking game was excellent. The first half, that's the key in it. You've got to give yourself field position, and obviously the opposition have been doing that really well. So we had to make sure that we got our game right, and I felt in the first half we did.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
And that ends the sports segment. We'll now have the weather forecast. Regional forecast. Southern, Port Moresby cloudy with showers and thunderstorms. Daru mostly cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorm. Momase, Lae cloudy with occasional rain showers and thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Kimbe rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Buka possible few showers. Highlands, Mount Hagen cloudy with rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast. Coral Sea, sea slide with northeast to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Solomon Sea, sea smooth to slide with northwest to northerly winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea, sea smooth with northwest to westerly winds of 5 to 10 knots. And Pacific Ocean, sea slide with southeast to easterly winds of 5 to 15 knots. And coastal waters forecast, waters of Fincher Fen and CRC through Vitias and Dampier Straits to Long Island to Madang, sea 0.5 to 1.5 meters. And waters of Manus and its western group of islands, sea 0.5 to 1 meter. Before we go, the funeral of Pope Francis will be broadcasted live on TV1 at 5:30 p.m. this Saturday, the 26th of April 2025. Therefore, TV1 News will air at 8 p.m. With that, I'm Jasmine Irajak. Thanks for watching. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by